Hey everybody, this is Jordan back again with another tutorial video here for you. I'm going to show you how to change a black and white photo into a color photo in Photoshop. This is kind of like coloring for adults in a way. So let's go ahead and get started because this might take a bit. So the first thing we're going to do is get a photo. I found this one, it's like a wallpaper online, and this really works well with like older photos. Especially if you're doing photo retouching, and they have a black and white photo, and you know you're fixing old photos like in with creases and stuff, and you want to turn it into color. You want to restore it into a color photo. So this method really works well for that. So first thing you need to do is find the photo that you want to use, and then you want to drag it into Photoshop, and you want to open a new layer. So we're going to get a blank layer here, and then we're going to get a brush, just the regular paintbrush here, and we're going to choose a color. So for this, for the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to color the hair. I'm going to color that in, and I'm just guessing. I have no clue what this person looked like, so I'm just guessing on these colors, or what their hair looked like, skin, and everything. So I found this color works good for this color code works good for hair, so it's going to be I'm going to use the CMYK values, so it's going to be 50, 76, 82, 73. Alright, so if you just start painting, obviously it's going to cover up fully what you're painting over. So we need to change the blend mode to color. You can use color, or sometimes you can use overlay. They'll give you slightly different results, but for the most part, color works very well. So basically, just start painting in. If you notice that you're getting harsher edges on your brush, just go to your brush panel over here and just decrease your hardness to 0. That'll give you a good soft brush. So you're basically just painting over here. Really easy to do. And this is given like a nice brown color hair here. You don't have to get super exact. You could, if you wanted to, you could get a selection, the quick selection tool, and mask around the face and the skin and the eyes and everything. You can get the magic wand and do that. You can get the pen tool out and draw where you want to mask off, so you're not coloring into the skin. But you know, that's I think it takes a little more time to do that, and I think you get a little more freedom when you do it this way, and plus it's just fun. Who doesn't love coloring? So so basically you're just coloring this in wherever you see the hair here. So getting back in behind the ear. All right. And I'm going into the background a little bit right there, but that's not that bad. Alright. Just start coloring in there. Now you can see I got a little bit on the skin tone here, on the skin. So this is when a layer mask would work really well. So we're going to go ahead and apply a layer mask, and that way we can get a black brush and just paint that out so it's not touching. If you use the eraser, you won't be able to get it back, but that's just like if I use the eraser and did this, I would have to get my brush out, make sure it's the same color, and do that. But now, if I have my layer mask, if I go back into the hair, I can just paint it back in. Alright, so I think that looks good. Alrighty, let's see. Let's start with the skin. That's the hard part. So skin tones are really hard to match. So I'm going to go ahead and get another layer, and then I'm going to get my brush. And for like a whiter Caucasian sort of skin tone, I found that this one works sort of well. I might have to play with it, so if you want to follow along here, it's 0, 10, 15, and then 0. Now this is going to make them look sort of pale, but we're going to fix that. So just start painting it on the skin. Make sure you're blend mode as to color, and just start painting in on the skin. It's not going to look super realistic just yet, but you could also paint over the eyebrows. I'm trying to stay away from them, but you can paint over the eyebrows. It's not going to hurt anything. Alright, so I'm just going to keep painting. Alright, there we go. So I got the skin painted in, and I painted over the nails, as you can see here, and I painted over the strap. Not a big deal. We're going to color over that. So you basically just want to stay away from the lips, and the eye area. Alright, so next we're going to do is get another layer, and we're going to paint in the lips and the nails, and I want those to match. Just because it, sort of accents both. So I'm going to get another color, and it's going to be 27, 90, 99, and 25. This is going to give like a really nice rich red. So zoom in here and paint over the lips. Now I did not change my blend mode yet, but that's fine because you can always change it. But if you want to see the effect it has right away, that's the kind of effect it gives. What color just kind of colors over the object, and it still shows some of the detail underneath. Overlay does do the same thing, and after I get done here I'll change it to overlay so you can see the difference. Alright, there you go. So I got that on there. Now you can see the difference that overlay gives. Kind of darkens it up a bit, which may be good, but I want to keep it very vibrant. So I'm going to go in here and do the nails as well. And even though we painted over with the skin tone, it's still going to show through, the nail color is still going to show through pretty good. Alright, there we go. We got the lips and the nails matching with the red. So next is eyes. Now eyes can be a little bit tricky because you want them to be vibrant, but you don't want them to be, just be very unrealistic. So I'm going to get another color, and I'm going to make her have blue eyes. Let's see, what can we give? I'm going to give probably around there. This one I'm just guessing on, so change blend mode to color, and then we'll zoom into the eyes here and just start painting in. They're going to be very, very bright, vibrant and bright to start out, but that's fine because we can change that. I'm basically just painting in right there. Oh, I got a little bit on the eyelid. There we go. Go over to the other eye. Alright, so that looks very unrealistic, but you could change it to overlay. Kind of darkens it up a bit. But I'm going to keep it to color, and I'm just going to back down the opacity of it so it starts blending in with the dark behind the eyes. So maybe right around there. That looks a little more realistic than it did before. So, and the last thing we want to do is just get the color in the earring here. And I'm going to choose a nice gold color for that one. Let's see. I'm going to choose 18, 36, 100, and 1. Change it to color again. And just start painting in. This kind of brings everything together. Alright. Alright, and the last thing we want to do as far as coloring goes is, since on the skin tone, I colored over the straps here, I'm going to go ahead and do a layer mask, and I'm going to paint back the straps. There's one back here you can barely see. So I'm just going to get my black brush on the layer mask and paint. Bring that back to make it black again. I'm not worried about coloring this in as a nice color, but I at least want to have it black and not matching with the skin tone. There we go. And get this part right here. Alright. You can kind of see a little bit in the background. Okay. Alright, and okay, so going back to the skin tone, we want to make it look a little more, she wants to have a little more color in her skin. So to do this, you could either choose another color and paint back over, or I found this method works really well. You want to do a color overlay, and you click on color overlay there, take your blend mode, change it to color, or soft light. Soft light's what I wanted. Yeah, soft light. And then we're going to get another sort of reddish skin tone color, and that's going to be 6, 73, 52, and 0. Alright, and then we're just going to back down the opacity of this blend, so you can see it's starting to get a little more color in her skin. So right around there. It doesn't add a whole lot, but if you toggle it on and off, she kind of has a little yellow skin tone here, and she has a little bit of color in her skin now, a little more reddish color in her skin. Alright, and let's go ahead and color in the background while we're at it. So we're going to get a blue right around here, maybe. Just guessing on this one here. And we're going to color that in. So same thing, same method for everything. And just color that in. Alright, so we got that color in there. And you can see I kind of got a little bit on here. Not a big deal, because this is way too vibrant for the scene here. So I'm going to back the opacity down to still make it look like it's faded to right around there. And the last thing we're going to do, just to finish up everything that we did, is add some contrast to the photo, because that's going to bring a little bit of pop to it. So I'm going to go to my adjustment layer here, panel here, and then get the levels, and I'm going to increase the blacks to right around there, increase the whites right around there. Alright, so I'm just going to group all this together, and so here you can see the before and after. So this is what we started out with, and that's how we finished with. So if you're doing photo restorations where you're fixing creases, cracks, tears, and you want to add color back to the scene, this method really works well. You can also do it with people in environments, like if they're posing near trees and stuff. You can bring color back to the trees. You can do a whole lot of stuff with this method, but just remember to use color as your blending mode, and try overlay if you want to, and just play around with it. Color as an adult. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Check out picturemonk.com, and I will see you in the next video.